everyone, welcome to my channel CKJFOOTBALL. Today's exciting football match is between Chelsea and Manchester City English FA Cup final. This is the best 21 simulation football game. Please subscribe, like and share and enjoy this final football match simulation. Thank you.
So hello and welcome to what has turned out to be a truly gorgeous afternoon. The sun beaming down on the stands and broad beaming smiles all around us. The mood has soared, and so indeed has the expectation of both teams. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
So it's down to business here. That's a throw. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Palmer. Fernandez. Pedro Neto, Ruben Diaz, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Foden. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Foden. Oh, the clearance is short. Here's Savinho. Ignoring. And here's Savinho. Aimed in towards the centre. Chalobah clears it away. Savinho. Ignoring. And here's Savinho. Savinho proves just a little bit too strong. And he's heaved it away. Stones chooses to go cross-field. James. Colwell. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer. Palmer shifted upfield.
Garnacho really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ignoring. Aim forwards. Savinho. Now it's Savinho. And a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Caicedo can get it clear. Nuri moved on forwards. Lovely shapes to shoot! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pedro Neto. Colwell. Played towards the other side. Foden. Proves too strong. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Fernandez, probing pass. Garnacho, and here's Fernandez. Ball swung in. Donnarumma claims it, safe hands. Caicedo. Garnacho. Fernandez picks it up now. João Pedro. Caicedo. That's really well manoeuvred. And that has been clubbed away. Palmer. Bernardo Silva. Foden forwards and with intent. Now it's Savinho. Nuri, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Savinho. And it's Kovacic. Foden. Garnacho did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cucurella. Colwell. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. And it's played forward. Kovacic. Ruben Dias. Foden. Now he's off and running. And it's Lewis. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Colwell. Caicedo. That's really well manoeuvred. Well timed, excellent interception. Bernardo Silva. Moved on forwards. Savinho goes on a run down the left wing. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Kovacic. Caicedo does really well there, strong defending. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Muscular approach does pay off here. Nuri. Rodri. Kovacic. That has found him in acres of space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. Oh, that's nice. Cucurella. Pedro Neto providing an outlet on that flank. Shot a goal! It's a loose ball. And they've got rid. Palmer. Garnacho. Palmer. Palmer. Garnacho. Fernandez. Cross goes in there. Bernardo Silva. Nuri. Foden. Caicedo. Fernandez. Garnacho. Fernandez. James. Oh, good spread. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Climbs up big! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Haaland laid out to the left flank. Savinho. And here's Kovacic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Now it's Foden. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. And he welcomes it in. There's the shot!
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Picks it up out wide. Cucurella. That's very neat. João Pedro. That's a Garnacho! It's in!
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Palmer. Colwell shifted upfield. Stones gets over and intercepts. Sabinho. Haaland. And there's green grass ahead of him. Up he goes! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Haaland made such good movement to get in position there. We were all expecting much more.
And here's Haaland. And he thumps it clear. Ruben Dias. Sabinho. Delivered across. Now it's Haaland. He's had a shot!
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
João Pedro. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Sabinho. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Sabinho. Pings it across. Well cut out. No margin for error there. And Bernardo Silva! They've scored! And again they hit the front.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? James. Lofted upfield. And here's Garnacho. Good ball, good take. He's beaten the lot. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That has been knocked clear. Pedro Neto. Foden. Aim forwards. Savinho. Nouri looks to the other side. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Garnacho does really well to win the ball there. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Savinho. Savinho's... It's a mighty effort! Caicedo. James, played out towards the right wing. That has been cut short. Savinho. Strong running down that left flank. Can he latch on to this? Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. He's through, now is he in? Out to the right. Ruben Dias getting this one clear. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Great defending, strong and determined. Lewis. Nouri. And here's Savinho. Savinho, now here's the delivery. Foden, and he's gone backward here. Caicedo gets rid without sophistication. And here's Haaland. And that was very necessary. Now it's João Pedro. Garnacho. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Caicedo. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Savinho. Savinho going full tilt down the left. That's an excellent interception. James gets good distance on it.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Tries a shot! Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Pedro Neto looks to get on the end of this. Caicedo. Caicedo gently done. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nouri. And it goes cross-field. It's a pretty loose pass. It's gone for a throw-in. Rodri forwards and with intent. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Nouri. Showing good feet. Looking for a decent ball in. And it's Bernardo Silva. Pedro Neto. Savinho. Nouri. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. James, aim forwards. Garnacho, gently done. Real chance! Really well taken goal. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Out for a throw. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's João Pedro. Garnacho. João Pedro, played out to the right. Oh, played through for the wide man. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Pedro Neto with the delivery. And he's there to clear it. Foden. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, he's really drilled it. And that has been cleared. James. Oh, pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. Garnacho. Ruben Diaz producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Kovacic. Moved on forwards. Rodri. Nouri. Looks to the other side. Foden. And here's Kovacic. And here's Kovacic. That's really well cleared. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Fernandes. James chooses to go cross-field. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Kovacic. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Played out wide. And here's Savinho. A chance to play it in. Here's the header! That was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Fernandes. Played towards the other side. Referee's given a throw. Palmer. And it's played forward. Foden. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Knocks it out wide. Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. He whips it. And the shot! He wasn't that far away.
Oh, that was a cracking ball in because it just took the goalkeeper out of the equation.
Palmer. James, played over towards the opposite flank. Ruben Dias. Out to the right. Cucurella. Pedro Neto, now he's off and running. Kovacic. Foden. Lewis played into space. And that's a goal kick. Colwell shifted upfield. And it's Fernandes. Now it's Garnacho. That's really well manoeuvred. It's a promising position. And it's hoisted clear. Palmer. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Rory looks to the other side. Foden. Lewis. And here's Haaland. Haaland. No way through, so back it comes. Rodri. Decent chance! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Palmer. Colwell. Colwell shifted upfield. What a throw in. And it's Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. It's Kovacic! That's a cute ball. Oh, smashing header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Caicedo. Pedro Neto. It's a good run down the right. Cucurella. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Pedro Neto. Gets it away. Cucurella have it back and can go again. Palmer, oh, good spread. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Moved on forwards. Foden. And here's Haaland. Savinho played out towards the right wing. Foden played into the box. Pedro Neto. He's through here. Foden. Kovacic. Oh, that's neat. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It'll be a throw-in. Savinho. Savinho! Decent hit and on target. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Cucurella is making a foray down the right. Garnacho. He's got away. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Played in by Foden. Defending of the desperate variety. James, oh, good-looking ball. João Pedro. And here's Neto. That's a cute ball. That'll be a corner. contact here, of course. Charging forward, the ball at his feet. Applies the finish! Palmer. James. Colwell forwards and with intent. And it's Caicedo. Can he latch on to this? Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Could move up a gear here. Haaland spread out to the left. That's a good run down the left. Savinho is fouled. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Oh, what a climb! And yes, it's there! And they're back in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Palmer. Chalobah. Chalobah, gently done. Bernardo Silva. Out to the right. Kovacic. Lewis. And it's played forward. And here's Foden. Oh, such a clever touch. Can he deliver? Rodri. Kovacic. Back into the middle. Oh, they could be caught out here. Has another go! He has done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Savinho, oh, good spread. And it's Lewis. Pedro Neto clears it away. And here's Savinho. Now, who's going to be first to this? Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Cucurella. Up he goes! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He scored! Donnarumma, some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And here's Savinho. And the pass is intercepted. Pedro Neto. And it's Caicedo. Oh, red, nice interception. Aim forwards. Savinho. Savinho chooses to go cross-field. That's good play. Rodri. Ignori. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Rodri. Foden. And the ball is out of play. Colwell, gently done. Garnacho. And it's Palmer. Palmer. Now it's Fernandes. Crossed into the box. Lewis. Lovely bit of skill. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Haaland! No mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And it's Fernandes. Garnacho. Fernandes. Now it's Garnacho. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Haaland. And here's Kovacic. Chalobah gets it clear. And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Haaland. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Stones. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Colwill shifted upfield. Savinho. Very nicely done. Bernardo Silva. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen? Goes for goal! Missed by a fraction. And he cuts out the supply. Moved on forwards. Savinho. Calmly anticipates. Pedro Neto. Looking here to chip it through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And he's decided to go for it. Garnacho. Fernandez. Rodri wins the duel this time. Foden. João Pedro. And it's been played through. Now it's Schwartz. Hits a shot! Oh, it's come loose. He'll try. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Climbs up big! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And it's played forward. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Chance for a shot! Can he stop it going out? Garnacho. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo chips it through. Deftly away. They've played it short. Lovely feet. There are a few waiting for it. Cucurella. Oh, it's played into the area. Now it's Haaland. Savinho. Foden. Tries a deft little ball. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Colwill. Cucurella. Cucurella carries the ball down the right. Caicedo. And that's a throw-in. Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. That's tidy. That's an imaginative pass. And the cross comes in. Sanchez claims it, and the danger passes. Fernandez. Garnacho. João Pedro. Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Great defending, strong and determined. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rodri forwards and with intent, played out to the right. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Stones. Kovacic. Rodri. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Savinho. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Colwell. Savinho, and he goes cross-field. Foden, and here's Kovacic. Foden, it's a mighty effort, and it's there! Up by 3, they have their boot on the throats of their foes.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. So now the difference is 3.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Fernandez. No, he can't get past him. Ruben Diaz shifted upfield. Savinho. Cucurella. Time added on 4 minutes. And it's played forward. Ruben Diaz. Plays it through. Foden succumbs to the pressure. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Tries to get it clear. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. Nouri. Now it's Savinho. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Cucurella, oh, smashing header! Oh, not the best of headers.
João Pedro clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Stones forwards and with intent. Foden making good progress on the right-hand side. Nice control. And that's aimed into the middle. Savinho. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Savinho. Played towards the other side. Foden. And here's Kovacic. Caicedo, gently done. Out to the right. Throw in. Savinho. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Foden hurtling down that right flank. James clears it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Haaland. Savinho. Foden! No, not quite.
Foden really can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
And that's been won straight back. Kovacic. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
At the halftime, Manchester City is winning against Chelsea. Let's see who's the winner for today's final match.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Foden. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. And here's Foden. And it's Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. And that's not going to reach. Palmer. Garnacho. Palmer. Lewis. Kovacic. Foden. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Fernandez. It's run loose here. Oh, great chance! Danger averted for now. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. And it's Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Foden plays it in. Colwill is there, and he can get that clear. And he's there to get it away. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's come loose. Kovacic. And here's Haaland. Haaland, back when it goes. Foden. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Sanchez, long ball by the goalkeeper. Palmer. James chooses to go cross-field. Cucurella. Moved on forwards. Nuri. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Savinho. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Savinho. It's a mighty effort! Just needed better contact. Chalobah, aim forwards. James. That's really well manoeuvred. Caicedo. Oh, good spread. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. That is lovely. Played into the middle. Nice interception, well timed. Kovacic. Foden. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Kovacic. And here's Haaland! Bernardo Silva plays it short. And it's Rodri. Steaming on goalwards. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! What a hit! The save was firm.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Caicedo played out towards the right wing. He's had a shot! Oh, he got himself into a great position.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Been taken short. Plenty waiting in the middle. Garnacho. Fernandez gets across him. Haaland. Lewis. Foden. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland, and the finish! And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Cross in. Only partially clear. And it's Bernardo Silva. Goes for a shot! Great strike. A test for the keeper.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Caicedo shifted upfield. Savinho. Rory. Moved on forwards. Kovacic. Haaland. Haaland! That tested the keeper.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Bernardo Silva goes short. Played in by Foden. Cucurella getting this one clear. Oh, shooting chance! James. Palmer. James looks to the other side. Caicedo. Fernandes. Garnacho. Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Out to the left it goes. Bernardo Silva. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Sanchez sends that a long way. Fernandes. Oh, nice touch. So who's he picking out? And it's Caicedo. And here's Garnacho. Palmer. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Chance! Lacking in accuracy. And it's played forward. Kovacic. Oh, sweet feet. And that has sent him sprawling. Final touch was poor. James. Palmer. James, played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Cucurella. And that could set him on his way. And he's managed to get free. He's got... Could be danger here. Turns and goes back. It's really well cleared. Palmer. Garnacho. Fernandes. And here's Garnacho. Over to the left. Donnarumma gets his gloves on it. Nice and calm. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Savinho goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Nice touch. Time to deliver. Up he goes! trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Caicedo laid out to the left flank. Palmer. Lewis.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Kovacic. Out towards the flank. Kovacic. Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Fernandes. Caicedo. Garnacho. Palmer forwards and with intent. Clears it away. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Foden at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. Stones. Stones gently done. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Fernandes. James, and he goes cross-field. Bernardo Silva did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Played out to the right. Foden. Now here's the delivery. And it's played forward. Caicedo. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. That's really well manoeuvred. Cuts out the pass. Savinho. Nori. Savinho. Very nicely done. That's tidy. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Can he finish? Oh, that's a waste.
How about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish imperfection.
Pedro Neto tries to dink it through. Garnacho. And it's Caicedo. Palmer. Palmer tries to thread one through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Cleared away. That'll be a throw. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bernardo Silva chooses to go cross-field. Lewis charging forward down that flank. Keeper's dealt with that. Savinho. He can get that clear. And that's been won straight back. Keeps on running. Oh, it's played into the area. Palmer. Caicedo over towards the opposite flank. Just about up to the hour now. Palmer shifted upfield. João Pedro. Palmer. He's found some space. Cucurella, and he's gone backward here. Great defending, strong and determined. Played towards the other side. Foden. And it's Bernardo Silva. Caicedo wins the duel this time. Chalobah moved on forwards. Fernandes. Palmer. Garnacho. Here's Fernandes. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Savinho tries looking up for options on the left. Savinho's cross. Oh, that's not going to find its target. Now it's João Pedro. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. Cucurella. Pedro Neto aimed in towards the centre. Foden. Pedro Neto. Garnacho. Looks to the other side. Colwell. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Ambitious ball here. Savinho. James, spread out to the left. Palmer, aim forwards. Rodri. And it's played forward. Savinho. Cross. Sanchez claims it without any fuss. James, out to the right. Pedro Neto is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Savinho's cross. Cucurella. Forward it goes. The referee's awarded a free kick. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Great football, shot and save.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
And it's hoisted clear. They get a throw in. Bernardo Silva. And here's Kovacic. Kovacic. Cross goes in there, punched away. Goes for the shot! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Rodri clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Palmer played out towards the right wing. And it's Cucurella. Some good work on the right flank here. Pedro Neto gets into some space. Now that's a fine challenge. And that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ball's played through. Foden plays it in.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support, and the chances gone a begging.
Bernardo Silva. Savinho. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's Bernardo Silva. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Colwell. Cucurella. Caicedo. Cucurella. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Played in with purpose. Crossfield, changing the point of attack. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he finish? Cucurella. Pedro Neto. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Palmer. Chalobah. That's really well manoeuvred. João Pedro. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Tries a measured ball. It's a ball kick. Ruben Diaz, played over towards the opposite flank. Lewis. Ruben Diaz. Bernardo Silva. Out to the left it goes. And here's Haaland. Keeper's got good distance on that. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto tries making a foray down the right. Pedro Neto looking to run onto it. It's anyone's ball now. That's a throw. Cross in, looks like a good one. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Lewis. Foden.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Fernandes. Garnacho. Fernandes. And he goes cross-field. Now it's Pedro Neto. And it's Caicedo. Garnacho! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Stones forwards and with intent. Clearly not happy with that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bernardo Silva. Fernandes chooses to go cross-field. That has been knocked clear. Cucurella. And it's played in here. Kovacic.
Haaland really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
Caicedo gently down. Haaland. Fernandes. Played towards the other side. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Oh, he's found support out wide. Now who's going to be first to this? In once more. And that has been cleared. And here's Neto. Cucurella tries to get it clear. Sabinho. He's making a real surge on the left. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. James shifted upfield. Now it's Fernandes. Lewis producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Moved on forwards. Ruben Dias. Stones looks to the other side. That's really well manoeuvred. Foden. Lewis. And here's Foden. Kovacic. Played out to the right. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Palmer. Garnacho. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Pedro Neto. He has found the way through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Rodri. And it's played forward. And it's Kovacic. Out to the right. Can he deliver? Pedro Neto. Nicely intercepted. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Foden. And it's Lewis. And he's well positioned here. Haaland! Garnacho. Fernandez. Well, that's well seen too. Foden. Foden. That is lovely. Foden. Oh, the ball's come loose here. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Savinho. Lovely feet. So who's he picking out? Bernardo Silva. That's going to go a long way. And that is out of play. Ball comes in. Nice physical challenge. Caicedo. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Played down the flank. Pedro Neto. Great work on the overlap. Cucurella receives it in a wide position. Palmer. And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
And here's Haaland. Nouri. And it's Bernardo Silva. Over to the left. Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. Kovacic. Rodri. Foden. Now it's Kovacic. Rodri. And here's Haaland. And he shoots! It's a goal! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. That was easy, almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. João Pedro. Palmer looking for a runner. He's in plenty of space here, showing good feet. Oh, it's a great ball here. And that has been cleared. Colwill. Pedro Neto. Colwill. And it's made its way to him. Now it's Garnacho. Garnacho! And that has faded wide.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Stones played out to the left flank. Kovacic. Brilliantly cut out. Caicedo aim forwards. And here's Haaland. Palmer. Garnacho. Fernandes. Now it's Savinho. Foden. Kovacic. Haaland shoots! And that's wide.
He certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Colwill forwards and with intent. Chalobah. Palmer. Spread out to the left. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, easy pickings there. Palmer. João Pedro. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Garnacho. Oh, that's nice. Nouri. Stones gently done. Foden. Oh, that's neat. And it's Bernardo Silva. And that's surely a foul. Free kick. Haaland opts to play it back. Palmer. Long ball looking to counter. Garnacho played with finesse. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Foden. Foden hurtling down that right flank. Kovacic. Foden. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. The ball goes in. And he's there to clear it. Kovacic. Joao Pedro. Fernandez. Caicedo. Fernandez. Caicedo. James, shifted upfield. Stones. Rodri. Foden. Foden. Cleared without complication. Now it's Pedro Neto. Caicedo. And it's been played through. Foden. Foden going full tilt down the right-hand side. Chalobah gets it away. And the shot! Fernandez. And it goes cross-field. Chalobah. Palmer. Garnacho. Fernandez. Oh, he's found support out wide. Tries to get it clear. Bernardo Silva. Out to the left it goes. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Savinho providing an outlet on that flank. Shot, surely! And he couldn't keep it down.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
That's really well manoeuvred. Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. James can get it clear. Caicedo with the clearance. That's very neat. And it's Rodri. Kovacic. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Nouri. Bernardo Silva. Just 5 minutes left. And Haaland! Keeper always had the measure of that. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Fernandez. Fernandez. And here's Garnacho. Nice control. Palmer. Great position here. Stones gets good distance on it. Palmer. Caicedo. João Pedro knocks it out wide. Cucurella puts them all in. Danger averted for now. Haaland. And he's found a way past. Over to the left. Savinho's cross. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Garnacho. That's good play. Fernandes. Lovely bit of skill. Garnacho delivers the ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Nouri. Savinho. Savinho, what a charge down the left. Savinho's cross. That is a brilliant interception. Fernandes, aim forwards. Palmer. And it's played forward. Pedro Neto looks to get on the end of this. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. That is good defending. It's been repelled. Kovacic. Foden. And here's Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Bernardo Silva was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Colwill. It's just beyond his reach. And he's got his range wrong there. Caicedo is the guilty party there. Ruben Dias. And it's Kovacic. Lewis. Played in by Foden. And the keeper has it. Palmer played out to the left flank. Garnacho. Fernandes. Swings it across. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Bernardo Silva. Haaland. Oh, good spread. Now it's Foden. Haaland. He's cut it out. Pedro Neto. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Defending of the desperate variety. Foden. Plenty waiting in the middle. He's got space in the area. Pedro Neto. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Chalobah. James. Garnacho. And it's Fernandes. Fernandez going full steam ahead down the left flank. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. Ruben Diaz attempts a clearance. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, that's well done, really robust. João Pedro. Garnacho. Fernandez. Looking for a decent ball in. Across it goes. Ruben Diaz tries to clear. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. João Pedro. Palmer. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. He's found a way through. Now it's Garnacho. And he shoots! And the ball's come loose here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kovacic. Haaland. And he's surging through. Played out wide. Rodri. Kovacic. Lewis. Foden chooses to go back. He is just caressing the ball. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence that was never missing.
How many? Just how many? It's become a case of men against boys. Great defending, strong and determined. Stones. Nice looking ball. Chalobah getting this one clear. No way through, so back. He's had a shot! And he's kicked it out. That's a great save. Bernardo Silva with the short one. And here's Savinho. Savinho. And it's Bernardo Silva. Serves up across. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. And after all of
This
that...
FA Cup final football match has come to an end, where both the teams have played a fantastic game. Manchester City wins the match against Chelsea. I hope you all have enjoyed this exciting football match, and thank you for watching this football match simulation on my channel, CKJFOOTBALL.